And folks, we are back with Dave Thomas. Dave Thompson. Okay, and Rick, would you take it away before
Sure. Mr. Thompson has a big announcement, and I'd like to go ahead and tell our audience what you're up to.
My name's Dave Thompson, and I'm running for District 3 Commissioner here in Marion, and my focus, if I'm blessed to be a commissioner come this summer, would be to help the public understand how their local county government works. And
If you don't care, if you can give us a little bit of your background.
Sure.
And you're new to the community. Well, you've been here how many years?
I've been a taxpayer here for 10 years.
10 years, okay. So go ahead and give them an idea of what your background is.
Sure.
So that we have an idea.
I worked in local government and senior management level for close to 30 years in Florida. And my wife and I traveled around Southeast looking for a place to retire to, and we just loved it here in Marion County. Okay. And bought here in 16, and I retired in late 20, and we've been here since about, I guess, early 21. And I've been very active in local politics. I'm on the GOP board here in Marion County, and I've volunteered for CASA of Sequatchie Valley, and I've substituted at Chat State several times, and I just love to help people understand how their government works.
Okay. So the audience knows you're in District 3. What seat are you going after?
I'm running for District 3C, and presently I think there are 4 people registered to run for that seat.
That's what seat is that? That's Paul.
Paul Schaefer is president person in that seat.
Okay. All right. So your idea of the commissioner's seat in general, what do you think your job is?
Well, my job is to advocate as one voice on the commission for what I believe to be a better effort to be transparent and open with the public. And that's a big word. And my focus and my effort would be for the citizens to listen to the candidates when they say how. The what is, we want to support transparency, we want to support openness, and everyone agrees with that. But it's the how that I hope the citizens and the voters will listen to. And I have quite a few ideas on the how. For instance, I think that there should be a 10-minute block in every agenda that the county publishes that lets citizens speak to their commissioners on any subject they want to talk about. Obviously, as long as they're polite and don't use foul language or anything.
Sure.
So that would be one way for the citizens to come forward, and I want to invite them into their government
To be part
of their government. And there's several more ways that we can accomplish that, and that would be one of my primary goals.
Okay, outside of you're going to represent your constituents in District 3. So your number one job as a commissioner outside of representing your constituents is what, in your opinion?
To look for the very best way Marion County can be in the future. I always look forward. I'm always looking into the future and how to help the commission and the mayor's office avoid problems or challenges. We need to be efficient, and we need to find ways to invite the public in to share their views. And so that would be my voice. That would be my effort.
Okay, the big thing, how would you, as far as spending money, because you know the commission, where our number one task is the spending of tax dollars.
Sure.
The mayor doesn't make that decision. We're the ones that make that decision. So give us some ideas of the things, like in the first 100 days that you get elected. what are the things that you'd like to make better in Marion County?
Well, one of the things I'd like to try and help and improve is the communications with the citizens.
So the agenda would be one of the
The
issues.
agenda would be one. Another how is, for instance, I think that the mayor's office or the chairman's office should be putting out I don't know, quarterly newsletter that outlines how we're doing with the budget right now, maybe how many work orders the county did this quarter, and maybe what's coming up in the future, next couple of months on the agenda. And included with it would be a pie chart. I hope the public wants to see a pie chart that shows 8% of their money goes here, 10 goes here, 12 goes here. Then the public can engage their government and say, hey, I don't think we should be putting 40% here and 20% here. I think it should be reversed. And that's input that can help guide the commission.
We have a question from Joy Blevins.
All right.
What public office did you work for in Florida?
I work for the Manatee County government in Bradenton, Florida.
Okay, thank you.
For, I think it was pushing 30 years.
Okay.
In infrastructure and building services.
Okay.
So infrastructure could be very helpful on the infrastructure side.
Infrastructure is a very big issue here, and again, it's the how, it's not the what.
Mm-hmm.
And Marion County is blessed with a rising tax base. We all know that. We all see it. We all feel it. The key to that, from my experience in growth management, is that infrastructure needs to match growth, or you lose quality of life. That's basically what happens. And the primary item that I'll be looking for in my first year or so on the commission would be legitimate hard data that says how fast we're growing. I've been digging for this and having a challenge finding it. And things like the total value of our building permits, the total volume of mail going through 37347, the total trash that's going to our landfill. These are measurements of growth. And once you have the measurement of growth, 3, 5%, whatever it is, I don't know, but I'll try and find out. Then infrastructure has to match that 3 or 5%. If it doesn't, your quality of life degrades. And so I would be very active in making sure that our roads and our water and our library systems and animal services and things like this, that's all what I classify as infrastructure, matches our growth rate, or we lose our quality of life.
Now, I remember the animal services, that's a hot button.
Yes, it is.
So give us kind of your view on animal services. And tell us what animal services is to you.
Well, I'll tell you one quick story. I was having lunch at Farmhouse one day, and Bo Bennett was there, and he's part of that Bo's Buddy program, and he spent almost 4 hours that morning chasing a wild dog. Our sheriff spent 4 hours chasing a wild dog. That's not the way it's supposed to be run. I would hope that we could have a truck and a place for abused animals to be housed, but that comes with responsibility. Money goes with responsibility. So what is the money to fund that needs to go with responsibility for the service. And we can't let this be, or in my opinion, I wouldn't let this be a no-kill, if you know what a no-kill animal shelter is. Animals have to be euthanized when they're out of and they're not friendly and not hospitable and or diseased or elderly. And those are the responsible sides of animal services. So money is connected to responsibility in everything I will do and think about.
Another question from Joy Blevins.
Awesome.
should the monthly commission meetings be video archived on the government website? If you think so, how can that be achieved?
This is another example of how. We've had a number of times, I've spoken in front of the commission several times. We've had situations where citizens have said that the video was edited, or maybe my comments were not included in the proper place or function. And that just creates mistrust, that creates hard feelings. And so I would certainly advocate that the county work to upgrade their video system in the county chambers there, and broadcast the video live on our own website, Marion County's website, and then archive it to YouTube. So there's no question of what was said, who said it, who edited it, or who owned it. So yes, I would encourage that. And again, the how, okay? It would take the commissioners, and I certainly would bring this forth, to request that the mayor's office provide the commission with 2 or 3 proposals of how to do this, and maybe have our existing, our existing web services company come to in front of the board and say, these are the services we can offer to you through our contracts with you. So I would definitely be encouraged. I would definitely encourage the mayor's office to find a way to put the video, live stream it on our own website.
What would you, now the commission obviously being a separate branch of government from the executive branch.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm hearing you say is you would be encouraging the commission to have their own website, because that's a commissioner's meeting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're not wrong. I'm just saying, you sounds like you would promote that the commissioner have their own website, have their own video feed, that type of stuff. So that way, transparency wise, the public gets to see everything that's said and everything that's done.
Well, I certainly would encourage that, but I don't think the commission needs their own website. I think the county's website is totally adequate.
For video feeds?
For I don't know the technology, but I would think that it could handle a video service of that nature. The other thing that I think that I would encourage and advocate to help with is maybe I would ask the mayor's office to maybe initiate a quarterly or biannual council of governments meeting. The mayors all should be meeting on a regular basis and discussing what's going on in this city versus this county, and then come back to their commissioners and the public and share their views of what happened in South Pittsburgh last month, or what happened in Whitwell. And through that process, we can become kind of one community. I've talked to several of the local mayors over the past several months, and I asked them all the same question. I said, when was the last time you guys met as a group and shared what's going on in our community, from your city to your city to your city? And 2 of them told me they couldn't remember, and one said it had been ages. And I don't think that's the way you should be running our county. Now, sure, the commission is the county and the cities are the cities. I understand that, but we should all be working together on the same future image for Marion County.
I guess a big part of your how.
That's a how.
That's
what I really hope that the citizens will look for, and in the candidates, when you guys do more hardball interviews, that the citizens and the voters look for the how. And I will be sharing my hows.
Okay. Schools.
Yes.
So tell me what your thoughts are on schools.
From what I understand, Marion schools are kind of middle of the road, kind of sort of average to the statewide average. My goal as a commissioner would be to see that Marion County is in the top 1/3 of the state in whatever we're talking about. If we're talking about academic achievement, if we're talking about road maintenance, if we're talking about water, I want Marion County to be in the top 1/3 in the state in every one of those categories. And if we can't be in the top 1/3, I think we should be the number one in counties of similar size and scope. A little bit of research I've done shows that Marion County fiscally is pretty much tied with the number one spot of counties of similar size. But back to schools, I'm sorry. Schools are funded by the county, but not organized or controlled by the county. And so what I would encourage to have happen in the school district would be for the superintendent to come before the board and explain to us, explain to the board, explain to the public, explain to the mayor's office what their goals are for the coming year. This is what we are going to accomplish in the coming year. And then a year from now, comes back and said, we did this. We did these goals. We succeeded in this scope of work. And we hope that you will fund us again. And if you meet your goals and you're responsible with your money and you meet your goals, I would certainly consider more money for the school district if the responsibility and the goals are met.
Well, let me ask you, I know so schools is a passion of yours, I can hear it. The animal control is a passion of yours.
I think so.
I know that the audience probably, not necessarily the people that are more affluent, but what about the people that their tax bills they're having a hard time even paying right now? So to increase their taxes, how do you maneuver and do those things at the same time achieve what you want to achieve?
Marion County has a rising tax base and a relatively flat services demand. There's room in the budget to consider some of these things. But in regard, as your home increases in value over time, the county needs to consider ways to reduce your taxes. So your value goes up, your taxes go down, or your tax rate goes down, not your taxes, your tax rate goes down, so that what you pay doesn't accelerate you into an unknown or a very difficult position. Another thing I'd encourage, and I've seen it work before, is a program that I'm experienced with called Save Our Homes. And what that is senior citizens or other veterans who may qualify. I don't know the specifications of all that, but the county could pass a law or a resolution that says if you qualify for these things, income tax rates, whatever it is, that you cannot have your home increased by more than, pick it, a little less than inflation.
Well, I'm actually.
We have to save our homes.
I'm getting ready to put forth a resolution. If we can only opt into laws, obviously.
Okay.
What this resolution will do, and this opting into this law will freeze the tax base for people that are 65.
There you go. That's what I'm.
And there's an income level, and it's just freezing it in place.
Okay.
So it sounds like you'd support that.
I would certainly support that.
Okay.
Because we have to do something to control this increasing financial burden on our citizens.
Well, sure, because I think Ben Shankle, the fellow that we just interviewed for mayor, made a good point that as we have these beautiful developments that are going in, and people are coming in with income that's not consistent with people that necessarily are native here. That could be one way to make it so those folks can not be forced out of Marion County.
We don't want that. That's off the table.
Yeah.
And I think with the health of Marion County's fiscal budget, and I quite frankly have to congratulate the mayor's office and our present board for what they've done to make us fiscally healthy. And I'm very proud to be a citizen of Marion County, and the financial and fiscal health will support us all.
Another question from Joy Blevins. Do you support removing anyone's agenda position? County Commission agenda, he means.
That's a very interesting question. Maybe everyone doesn't know, but I was legitimately on the agenda for November, and the commission properly voted for me not to speak.
Please, that wasn't me.
No, not you,
Yeah.
not you. I think you voted for me to speak. Okay.
I think every citizen has a right to speak.
And I agree with that entirely. And so, Joey and citizens, every citizen should be able to address their commissioners as long as they do it politely and with appropriate language, period.
Okay. Well, I agree with you.
Thank you.
But they don't have to do it politely. They just don't
Well,
use threatening language, that's all.
You know, whatever the rules are, I don't know, but I think I should have been allowed to address the commission.
Well, let me ask you something. I know you're a passionate fellow, and because I don't remember who on the commission, well, the commission outside of two of us voted for it to be taken off, whatever it was that you were trying to bring up. What were you wanting to tell the commission at that meeting? Now you have a captive audience. What was it that you wanted to talk to them about?
Well, it was a discussion about the ethics complaints that are going on. I'm quite concerned about them. The two, and for instance, the one about the libraries and the one with Commissioner Schaefer, I don't have any knowledge of.
Okay.
I don't understand them. I don't.
Which one did Mr. Schaefer have?
I don't know. I've heard that he has one. I don't know.
Okay.
But the two that I wanted to address the county commission
Okay.
about were the ones about the asset transfers to the seized assets. Okay, that got transferred and sold, and then the money was moved into the bank, and
Okay.
the two commissioners involved voted for that transfer, and they are being an ethical complaint was filed against them
Okay.
for that.
So that was, okay.
Those-
What was the other one?
Both of them were the same,
Oh.
or very similar issues, two different commissioners.
Okay.
Okay, and I personally, I didn't think they had any merit. I didn't think that they should have been brought forward. And I think that my understanding is that the ethics committee had the authority to dismiss them and chose not to. But at that November meeting, I was intending to speak to the commission and say, please dismiss these two claims. They are not, in my view, in my opinion, valid.
Well, I think that's your right to do that, so absolutely.
So that was what I was gonna share with the commission.
Well, that's two different topics too, really,
Mhm.
because the one topic for them to take you off, as a taxpayer, a citizen, I have a grievance with that myself, so that's why I wanted you to be able to speak, regardless if I agreed with you or not.
Yeah, but in procedurally wise, I'm totally okay with it. I mean, the commission voted to say no. That's fine. I hold no grudges. I hold no.
Sure.
Not
Sure, I
nothing.
get what you're saying.
That was a legitimate vote by the commission, and I would totally respect it. Don't agree with it, but I totally respect it.
Okay. In your right now, you're the existing commissioner that is in place. What are the things that you're going to do that will improve the district that he presently represents? So the things that you're planning on doing that he's not doing right now, what are those things?
Well, I don't know what Commissioner Schaefer is doing or not doing. Only thing I know is what I would advocate for. And those things include openness and invitations. And I'll tell you another thing I'd do. I would be honored to come back on Hardball as a public commissioner at any time, because And I don't know who else, like, you're the host and a commissioner, but I don't think you've been, quote, on Hardball yet.
I'm on it every time I'm here.
But I hope maybe we can change seats one day.
Well, I think that this is your opportunity right now, in your closing, to make your case. And we appreciate you being here. And I respect every person that sits where you're at right now. Because whether I agree or not, that doesn't matter. What matters to me is that someone cares enough to run. And like what Ben Schenkel talked about, this is a great right that we have to vote. And please exercise it. But thank you for coming on Hardball. But let me give you 90 seconds to do a closing.
Well, thank you. Let me first say that what you and Duke are doing is incredibly important for our town and community. And I'm very proud to be a part of it. I think this election cycle, I was part of the last one 4 years ago. This election cycle is far more exciting, far more open. We have so many good candidates, and I encourage every one of them to come and speak their piece on Hardball. I can't express how wonderful this has been for you to present to the community.
Thank you.
We like I said, without you guys coming on the show, so that our public gets an opportunity to know who you are, then it's more of a popularity contest, and I think the popularity where we're at as a county, we really can't do that anymore. It's got to be on, these people are qualified. These are the topics that they're going to possibly raise your taxes. Maybe you need to know who they are.
That'd be nice.
But thank you. So go ahead.
But in closing, I want the voters to know that I believe that I am very ready for this job. I've spent time, 7 years, listening to almost every board meeting, sharing my views in the Marion GOP group, and offering what I think is a future vision for Marion County. And I hope I can share that with all the citizens as a public official. And I really would respect your vote, and I'd be honored by it. So thank you so much for having me.
Well, we thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And with that, folks, I would like to say we always make a point of inviting any candidates, regardless of their party affiliation or whether they don't have a party affiliation, to come on Marion County Hardball. And going back to what Dave said earlier, we extend that invitation to any current office holder as well. And we are going to take a little break and get reset. We'll be right back with another interview.